In today's video, we are going to be discussing 3 habits that you are currently doing that are reducing your sleep quality, as well as 3 habits that you can implement to improve your sleep quality. So first of all, the first habit that you are currently doing that is making your sleep quality worse is that you are going to bed at an inconsistent time every night. You have a large window of time, anywhere from 10 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m., and the reason why that is a problem is because this does not give your body a chance to regulate its circadian rhythm or biological clock. This is responsible for making sure that we are producing melatonin in the evenings and then producing our energy hormones during the day. If this is out of whack, it's going to be very difficult for us to get a good night's rest. And that brings us to number 2, the second habit that you are currently engaging in that is making your sleep quality worse, is that you are exposing yourself to harsh blue light late at night and leading up to bedtime. The reason why that is a problem is because, much like the first one, this is disrupting your circadian rhythm, perhaps even in a more direct way, because you are basically telling your brain that it is actually not past sunset, that it is actually noontime, the middle of the day. As you might imagine, if your brain is tricked into thinking that it is 6 hours earlier in the day than it actually is, it's going to be very difficult to fall asleep. This is because when your brain is in the middle of the day, it's not producing melatonin. So that is habit number 2. So habit number 3 is that you are mouth breathing at night. Now this might sound like the weirdest one of them all so far, but this is actually very important because mouth breathing is a form of sleep apnea. And this basically means that it's obstructed breathing. Your body's airways are not operating properly. And the reason why this is a problem is because when you are experiencing sleep apnea or milder forms of it, which is just basic mouth breathing, your body is not in a relaxed state. It is not in the parasympathetic nervous system. It is in the sympathetic nervous system. Put it simply, it is not in the rest and digest mode. It is in the fight or flight mode. Obviously, if you're laying down, you're mouth breathing all night, and your body is not actually fully deeply relaxed, you're not getting the same quality of rejuvenating sleep that you could be. Another problem with mouth breathing is that it's going to make you more prone to getting sick. Your throat is going to be dry. That's why a lot of times people who mouth breathe, myself included, before I started mouth taping, I used to wake up with a really dry mouth, and I just thought that was normal. So this brings us to our 3 habits that you can start implementing tonight to improve your quality of sleep. First of all, commit yourself to a consistent sleep schedule. That is going to look different for everyone. There's going to be exceptions as necessary. So what that can look like is you simply commit to going to bed at 9 p.m. every night, or 10 p.m. every night, or 11 p.m. every night. The main point here is consistency so that your circadian rhythm can start to adapt and adjust itself, and it'll start to find its groove and produce the hormones necessary at the same time so that it's easier and easier for you to fall asleep. Similarly, try to wake up at the same time, because then your body will eventually, once it's adjusted to this, it'll actually start to wake you up before your alarm clock. This is actually what happens to me, is that a lot of times I will wake up literally minutes before my alarm clock goes off. I might even think that, I must have woken up a little too early, and I lay in bed for a couple minutes and then my alarm clock goes off. So this is a really easy thing that you can implement. It doesn't require you to buy anything. It doesn't require you to change your habits. It is very effective. The second thing that you can do is to wear these. These are blue light blocking glasses. They are specifically evening glasses, and they're meant to block the light that is responsible for making your brain think that it is noon. These are supposed to only let in certain frequencies, specifically a lot of red light, but just get yourself a pair of these red tinted blue light blockers and you will notice very profound effects. The first time that I put these on, it was really noticeable. Within just like 10, 15 minutes, I felt like I had taken some kind of sleeping pill. I've adjusted to it a little bit, so the effects are not nearly as intense as they used to be, but it just ensures that my quality of sleep is deeper and more restful. And it's especially helpful when I'm going out to, gas stations or big box stores late at night if I ever have to. I can just wear these and it really reduces the harshness of the lights. And then the last thing that I would recommend in this video is using mouth tape. Now, this doesn't have to be some expensive mouth tape brand like Somnifix. It's like $20 for a packet of 18 strips, which is not very affordable. There's cheap things that you can find on Amazon that are really easy to use and they last a long time. And then you can also just use basic micropore tape, and you just rip off a strip, put it across, and that will ensure that you are nose breathing through the entire night. And the reason why that's helpful is because it is going to ensure that you are in a rest and digest parasympathetic state and you're getting very deep, rejuvenating sleep. And yeah, those are the 3 habits that you can implement that are going to improve your sleep quality. Now, I will throw in one more bonus habit that you can actually start implementing, and that is to use either a topical magnesium or a oral magnesium supplement. And the reason why that's helpful is because so many of us are magnesium deficient. It is something that is responsible for over 3,000 different functions in the body. And when we are deficient in magnesium, it negatively impacts our sleep. So simply by applying a little bit of that topical magnesium to your skin, that's actually the way that it is most easily absorbed into the body. And when we're dealing with the functions of magnesium relating to relaxation, topical magnesium typically is better suited for that. If you're looking for magnesium supplementation that's orally done, you can find that as well. It'll still work. I just prefer to use the topical magnesium. Of course, I actually do a combination of the two, just to make sure that I get the most bang for my buck. So, those are the 3 habits that are keeping you in a poor sleep state, as well as the 3 habits that can help you get the best sleep of your life. I will see you guys in the next video.